2 years later, July 14th, 2027. Thursday evening, Decatur, Georgia. A quiet little street that still smells like pine trees and fresh-cut grass. I was standing at my kitchen window, curtains pulled back just an inch, staring at nothing. Or maybe staring at everything. Because for the last 3 weeks, I'd felt it again. That same cold finger sliding down my spine. The same feeling I had the night my husband tried to burn me and my son alive. "Mama, you okay?" Kenzo was 11 now, tall enough that his head almost reached my shoulder, but his voice still carried that soft little boy whisper from the airport. The whisper that saved our lives. "I'm fine, baby," I smiled. "Just tired." Lie. I wasn't tired. I was terrified. Because last night, one of the women from my support group, Shelby, called me crying so hard she could barely breathe. "Miss Ayiraa, somebody wrote under my car, in blood. Pay the debt." I told her it was probably just a sick prank. But we both knew better. Quasi had been locked up for 2 years. 25 years, no parole. I thought the nightmare ended the day they dragged him out of Centennial Olympic Park with a bullet in his hand and handcuffs on his wrists. I was wrong. The people he owed money to, the real monsters, never got paid. And now they were coming for me. The next morning, Auntie Z, we dropped the attorney Zunera a long time ago, walked into my little law office carrying a plain white envelope. On the front, written in red marker, "Final warning, 30 days, $487,000. Or the whole family finishes." Inside was a photo, Kenzo standing at the school gate, zoomed in, a red circle drawn around his neck in red. My legs gave out. I sat down hard. "Same people Quasi borrowed from," Auntie Z said quietly. "Street calls them the family, run by a woman. Nobody knows her government name anymore. They just call her Ghost." I whispered, "Ghost? She's the collector, the one who makes problems disappear or burn." That night I let Kenzo sleep in my bed again. He pretended he was too old for it, but he curled into me like he was 6. I stayed awake until sunrise, gun under my pillow, listening to every time a car rolled past. In the next 2 weeks, 4 more women from my domestic violence survivor group got messages. One found her car torched in the driveway. Another opened her door to a dead cat with its throat cut. The third stopped coming to group altogether. We never heard from her again. Then came the text from an unknown number. "Old 4th Ward, abandoned warehouse under the tracks. Tomorrow 11 p.m. Come alone, or the boys' school bus burns next, with him on it." There was a new photo attached. Kenzo asleep on the bus, head against the window, taken from the seat behind him. I went, 11 p.m. Only one black Range Rover waited in the dark. The back door opened by itself. Inside sat a woman, mid-40s, short platinum haircut, gold hoop earrings, white suit, beautiful face, dead eyes. "Mrs. Ayiraa Vance," she said with a slow smile. "Have a seat." I sat. "You know who I am?" "Ghost." "Good, saves time." She lit a cigarette, blew smoke toward the roof. "Your husband owed my people almost $500,000. Gambling, bad bets, worse lies. He promised us the insurance money after the fire. Fire happened, money never came. Because you didn't die," I found my voice. "I don't have $500,000. You have a nice house now. Insurance payout was fat. You have a law practice, rich clients, and you have something more valuable." She leaned forward. "You have my reputation on the line. People think Ghost can't collect from a little widow and her kid? That makes me look weak. I don't do weak. What do you want? Simple, pay, or I start taking pieces. First the women in your little coffee group, one by one, then the boy, then you." She flicked ash onto the floor of the Rover. 30 days, cash, non-negotiable. The door opened. Conversation over. I drove home shaking so hard I almost hit a curb. That night I told Auntie Z everything. She listened without blinking, then said the sentence that changed the game. "We're not running this time, Ayiraa. We're ending it. Phase 1. Find the rat." Because somebody was feeding Ghost information. My address. Kenzo's school route. Which women were in my group. Somebody close. We started watching. 2 weeks later, Kenzo came home from his friend Malik's house, pale as milk. "Mama, Sister Camille was at the bus stop today. She asked me what time you leave for work. Said she had papers for you to sign. Camille, 32 years old, sweet voice, always sat in the back of group with her head down. Told us her husband used to beat her with a belt buckle. We helped her get a restraining order, new apartment, everything. I felt sick. That same night, Auntie Z's old contact, a hacker who owed her his life, pulled Camille's real records. Real name, Camelia Dubois. Younger sister of Ghost. She'd been planted in my group the day I started it. Phase 2, the trap. Auntie Z smiled the same cold smile I remembered from the night my house burned. We're going to give Ghost exactly what she wants, all the money, in one place, and then we're going to bury her with it. The plan was insane, beautiful, dangerous. I emptied every account, sold the new house, the one we just painted Kenzo's room blue, cashed in the investments, took a loan against the law firm, $487,000 exactly, all in hundreds, non-sequential, wrapped in plastic bricks. Ghost sent the drop details, August 19th, midnight, the old Pullman yard. Bring the money, come alone, or Kenzo loses a finger tonight. I went alone, or so she thought, hidden in the shadows. Auntie Z on the roof with a sniper rifle she borrowed from a client. Detective Hightower and 4 plainclothes officers in unmarked cars. Kenzo safe at home with 2 armed guards. And every single woman from my survivor group who was still alive, armed with phones, live streaming to private servers. Ghost waited under the old water tower, white suit glowing in the moonlight. 4 men with her. I walked up dragging 2 duffel bags. She smiled. Good girl. I dropped the bags at her feet. It's all there. One of her men opened a bag, flipped through the cash, nodded. Ghost stepped closer. Smart. Maybe I let you live now. I looked her in the eye. No, you won't. She frowned. That's when the floodlights hit. 20 women stepped out from behind train cars, phones up, streaming live to every news station in Georgia, to the FBI tip line, to every social account we had. And every phone was showing the same thing. The money bricks, each one had a GPS tracker glued inside. Each one had a die pack. But more importantly, every woman was holding printed photos. Photos of Camille meeting Ghost. Bank records of payments into Camille's account from Ghost shell companies. Voice recordings of Ghost threatening to kill children. And the cherry on top, Detective Hightower's voice boomed over a bullhorn. Ghost! Real name Gabrielle Dubois. You are surrounded. Drop your weapons. Ghost's face changed for the first time. The dead eyes came alive with panic. She grabbed me, gun to my head. Same move Quasi tried years ago. Back off or she dies right now. But this time I wasn't the same woman. I smiled, because I knew something she didn't. Auntie Z's voice whispered in my earpiece. Wind calm, distance 60 yards. I got her. Ghost felt the red dot appear on her chest. She looked up, saw the glint of the scope, and for the first time in her life, Ghost looked scared. Drop it, I said softly, or my auntie puts one through your heart. And trust me, she doesn't miss. The gun trembled against my temple. Live streams were blowing up. Hashtag Atlanta Ghost Exposed trending in minutes. She knew the second she pulled the trigger, she was dead. She lowered the gun. Handcuffs clicked. Her men threw down weapons. Within 60 seconds, the yard was full of red and blue lights. As they walked her past me, Ghost hissed, "This ain't over." I looked her dead in the eyes. Yes, it is. 2 weeks later. The news couldn't stop talking about it. Queenpin Ghost, an entire collection crew arrested in dramatic citizen sting. FBI took over the case. RICO charges. Life sentences coming. My support group threw a cookout. We danced. We cried. We burned sage in the yard where the money drop happened. We reclaimed the night. Kenzo, now 12, stood on a picnic table and made everyone laugh with a speech. My mama said we don't run from monsters anymore. We build better monster traps. Everyone cheered. Later that night, just me and him on the porch of our new, smaller but paid-for house. He asked, "Mama, you think it's really over this time?" I looked at the stars over Decatur. I don't know, baby, but I know this. Every time they come for us, we get stronger. And we get smarter, and we get louder. He leaned his head on my shoulder. I love you, Mama. Love you more, my hero. Inside, the TV was playing the news on mute. Breaking story: Gabriel Ghost Dubois, while being transported to federal prison, attacked a guard and was shot dead during escape attempt. I didn't flinch. Some debts get collected in different ways. I turned the TV off, pulled Kenzo close, and for the first time in years, I slept with the windows open. No curtains closed, no gun under the pillow, because the ghosts were finally gone, and we were still here. Did y'all feel that one in your chest? If this story touched you, drop your city in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want part 3, because trust me, the streets are already whispering about Quasi trying to run things from prison, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. We don't just survive anymore. We win. Love and respect, Ayiraa.